So today I want to talk about why in the world this Substack is called Soulful, Sovereign, and Seen. So my work is very often with women, and I do the men along the way as well, but women have been conditioned for years and years and years to not be seen, to give up their authority, and to kind of outsource their knowing. And so the work I do is literally to get women aligned with what's in them. Let me tell you a story. So I was working with a brilliant client business owner, and she is doing a new business. So she had a very successful career, and she's doing a new endeavor. And she signed up to start doing like a lot of social media, a lot of videos, a lot of marketing. And when I tune in, because I do energy work, so I was like, you're like 2% open for this working. And she was going to make a big investment, put a lot of time in. And this woman works like, she's doing the due diligence. She's capable of so much, but energetically, literally, she would have sabotaged it. She was only open. So what I do is I pick up a pendulum, I tune into the energy of the person or the project, and it's like, oh man, you're kind of close to this. Even though you're gonna do it, the energetics around it are really bad. What is going on? And here's what happens. In all of us, there's that little part that is like afraid of being criticized or afraid of people's responses, or we go back to when we were 7 and somebody bullied us. And so we don't get seen. And that's the part that I'm a stand for, is like, wait a minute. Let's circle back to why this mission is so important to you. And I had her speak it, like why it matters, why she has to get on those videos, why her work is so important. And what was fantastic is when she tapped in, she choked up. And when I see that, I'm like, yes, that is soulfully aligned. The way I think of it is your soul has you here for a reason. The interests you have, the things that you want to work on and put your time and energy into, it's often a soul like purpose or a contract. This is what you're here for. And when I got her to tap into that, then it was like, okay, boom. I'm not going to worry about the little 7-year-old in me that was criticized, and I'm afraid so-and-so is going to see this. She was able to transcend the energetic block and then go, okay, boom. Now I'm aligned. Now I'm my grown, resourceful self. See? So soulfully, sovereign, and seen. I want everything you do to be an expression of and an extension of your soul. Okay, maybe not like brushing your teeth or washing your car, but imagine if we lived our lives based on what lit us up instead of based on either, well, that would sell, or that's just stupid, I'm too old, or there's no way that could happen for me, right? It's like we talk ourselves out of things, or people talk us out of things. And so just take a moment, and like if you could ask your body, the guidance, the future self, whatever part of it is, it's like, what would I love, love, love to do? If I didn't have to worry about how to create it or how to monetize it, what would just be yummy to do? And just see what emerges. Because we all know what is soulfully aligned for us. So that's the first one. So my work is to get you soulfully aligned. Because there's a lot of people, I work in the business coaching space, and a lot of people are mentors or gurus, and they're like, here's my 5-step formula, like just follow my plan. And God bless people, they try and they come to me having spent tens of thousands of dollars, feeling like losers and hopeless and stupid. And they're like, God, I just couldn't do it. I'm like, right, it was their plan. It wasn't your plan. So everything I create with my clients, and what I want to have you remember, it's got to be your soul, your alignment. Okay. So that's the first part, soulfully. The second one is sovereign. Sovereign. Now, what in the world is that? That means you are your own authority. And I'm in my 60s, and I was trained that, women can just kind of be quiet and be in the background, and men can make the decisions. You remember the show Leave It to Beaver? You're probably too young for that one, but very much the definition of stay-at-home moms. And there weren't a lot of powerful role models for me when I was younger. Thank God for Oprah, right? I always give credit for Oprah because she's turned things. But even really powerful or seemingly solid women and business leaders sometimes don't act in their own sovereignty. And so the sovereignty is, you know what you know. So why are you asking everybody? Now, that doesn't mean you can't get a coach or get somebody to help you with things that you don't know. Like, I don't know how to do Facebook ads. Doesn't mean I'm not sovereign. It just means it's not in my skill set. I could outsource that. But I know what I know, right? So the opposite of sovereignty is fear-based, hoping somebody will save you. Maybe that degree will save me. Maybe that government will save me. Maybe that man will save me, or maybe those clients will save me. Or I know something, but is it okay to know it? Like, gosh, maybe I should probably ask somebody. And so a lot of the work I do with my women clients is stop, trust yourself. Like, you already know. And most of us override our knowing just to um, fit in, just to not make waves, because there's so much conditioning of, you don't want to be the B word, you don't want to stir the pot so much. You don't want to be the one that's like, yeah, sorry, that's not even going to work for me. No, I'm not available to do that. Not available to do that. See, a lot of us are conditioned that we have to take care of others and we have to be selfless and helpers. I was a therapist. I really got that one. But today, sovereignty is, I am my own agent. Now, obviously I have a deep, deep, deep connection with God, so I'm not putting myself above God, but I trust the knowing that I have. I trust that if I get an idea or an inspiration or a strong sense of like, oh, no, like, I trust all that and I act on it, and nobody gets to talk me out of it. And so the benefit of having your own sense of sovereignty is that you're not going to fall for predatory marketing. You're not going to make decisions out of desperation. You're not going to have to go along with things or people or ideas just because you don't want to ruffle feathers. So sovereignty is a really, really big word in my life. And with the women I work with, I want them to be sovereign. I want them to be their own agent, right? So we have soulful, sovereign, and then of course seen. Oh gosh, that could be a whole other audio. But a lot of my clients, a lot of women, maybe you, have trouble being seen because we were raised to uh, only put a certain side out, or uh, do you always have to be talking? Gosh, you're so intense. You're oh God, you're so much, right? Whenever I run women's groups, I say, raise your hand if you've been told you're too much, and literally every woman in the room raises their hands. So the being seen is, how comfortable are you putting your truth out there? And yes, you're going to get haters these days on social media. It's grueling. And your mission has to be bigger. Your sense of sovereignty, your sense of like, doesn't matter. I am putting my work out there. So that's what this Substack's about. I'll be sharing some stories, giving you lots of tools and tips and teachings, and I hope you like it. I would love if you would share this, or just pass it on to somebody that you like. You would like this lady talking about sovereignty, right? So I would love it if you would share. And I just thank you so much for being with me, and look forward to getting to know you more. Peace and blessings. Bye now.